Hey guys, before we start the video, I just want to quickly mention that the Retro Hunters are back on YouTube. One of my inspirations to start my channel. Check them out, link will be down in the description. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 40 of Flea Market Adventures. Now, I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to name this episode a Flea Market Adventures because I'm going to be doing a lot of thrift shopping as well as I check out the Walmarts and the Targets. And this is the first time in, I think, 20 months, almost 2 years, that we're actually back in the United States. Now, we have dual citizenship and the J Treaty that allows us to cross the border. We thought that this was the safest time to do it, so we decided to take a trip to the States for a little vacation and a little shopping. And you can see right away there's just so many different items that we're not getting in my area in Canada. So sit back and check out all the cool stuff that I come across. Now here's something, I just decided to film it, I wanted to show everyone. This is a set of cosmetic brushes, and it's all Star Wars themed, and the Darth Vader brush actually lights up. I tried showing this to Dallas, but she wasn't interested. Something else cool that I just don't see on Canadian shelves. The first Walmart that we walked into in the States had the NES Lego set. $230, a little steep for me, but really cool to see. So the main part of our trip was to get to Lake George. We did some sightseeing, we stayed over at the big hotel with the water park. We had a great time. I was happy that I was able to take my family out for a few days before I go back to work. And we actually parked right across from where everyone parasailed, so we watched them for a little bit. My 4-year-old daughter was nervous. She thought we were going parasailing, but maybe when she's a little older. So we were up there for a couple of days, just driving back through the mountains. It's beautiful, beautiful country. The scenery is just gorgeous. I was joking, I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting old because I love looking at scenery now, but beautiful place. If you haven't been, definitely check it out. So now, back to the toy and video game hunting. So this is why I would say it is a flea market adventures, because I go to 3 indoor flea markets. So I'm going to justify the title of the video by coming to these stores. So this first one is brand new. It's actually the second location of that huge 2-story indoor flea market that I love to go to when I'm in Plattsburgh, which you'll see clips from here on out as well. And that's just their overflow, and because they're on the main strip, all of the prices seem to be exaggerated. I would definitely say they were eBay prices. Like, you figure with the exchange from American to Canadian, they're saying like $120, $140 for a Nintendo GameCube now. That's steep, that's high. So there's better prices and different things when we got to the second location. Coming across Flash Gordon toys, like even that, like they were $1.80 was their sale price. You could see that it was reduced to $1.80. There's some Star Trek stuff. There was a lot of more interesting items. These are the kind of stores that I like, where they're consignment stores, the indoor flea market. You know, you get a good variety of everything. And the best part, I get to look at the stuff that I'm interested in, and there's a good variety of stuff for Dallas and Arkham to look at too, so I don't feel like I'm being rushed, or at the same time I'm dragging them, you know, from thrift shop to thrift shop. There's a Dracula from Ghostbusters. We have one of the 1989 DC The Joker. I know it's Kenner. I can't remember if it's... I don't think it's DC Friends. It might actually be from the Batman 89 line. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some more Star Wars stuff. There was some stuffed Wookiees in the back. Some stuffed Ewoks. Muppet Babies. Care Bears. Like I said, there's a really good variety in this store. I love coming to this place. Antique and Variety, I believe it's called, if you're curious. This is a pretty good booth. They had a lot of video game stuff going from Atari up to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Now, you'll have to let me know down in the comments these prices are high Canadian wise, so is there like a renaissance? Is there an upswing in prices in the States? Because I find these prices are high. Like, I wouldn't even charge these prices if I were doing a expo or a toy show. Like, these are eBay prices on a lot of the consoles. Like, I'll give you an example, $90 for Sega Genesis. That to me is very high. The video games, the DVDs were priced pretty accordingly, you know, $5-6 for an NES game, $4 for an Atari game. That seems to be standard pricing now. I think it was $5 on the Game Boy games. That's, you know, where everyone's pricing their games at, you know, mostly right now. But I don't know, I found the consoles were so expensive that they've almost priced themselves out. Like, yeah, you see them in the display case and it looks cool to go see, but I wouldn't buy it. Like, that's not thrifting prices anymore. And I hope I don't sound greedy saying that, like I want to find it for a better deal, but you know, like, that's the price that you pay at eBay. That's the price that you pay like in a dedicated store. This is a consignment booth, and I just find the prices high. I don't know, I might be rambling or ranting, but let me know down in the comments what you think. I actually meant to pick up a few of these NES and Genesis titles. Like I said, this is a two-storied indoor flea market, so I went go check downstairs, you'll see in a minute, and I actually forgot to come back and pick up these games. So provided that the proverbial shit doesn't hit the fan in September, we will be back down in the States, and I'll make a mental note to go back to this place again. So I know I'm asking for a lot of comments today because I'd really like to hear from you guys on these topics of video games, but my question of the week is, what do you pay for Atari games? Now, just upstairs the Atari games were $4. Down here, the games were between $5 and $10. So my question of the week is, if you collect Atari, well, do you, yes or no? And then what is a fair price? For me, I picked them up, but I would say $3 usually is the max price I would pay. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Happened across a little Star Wars booth here. They had I guess a good set of late 90s, early 2000 toys. So a lot of this was the Power of the Force and Episode 1 on card. So they were $9 each. I think they were $9.99, and the booth had a 20% off sticker. So, you know, let's say like $7.25-ish that they were going at. So I wound up grabbing a couple of these, and again, I meant to grab more, but for whatever reason, I left them on the pegs, thinking that, you know what, we're here for 2 days. I'll come back before we leave, before we cross the border again. And there was a few that I left on the pegs. Somebody dropped one down here. Ah, Princess Leia. So after our indoor thrifting and flea marketing, we go check out the second of 3 Walmarts that we happened across, and this one has a big clearance or liquidation section. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. I just put that DeLorean time machine together by Playmobil, which is very cool. I spent $50 Canadian on it. Here it's $21 on clearance. There's a couple of the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe sets as well. These were $13. You saw the little figures were priced at $3. And then checking out their Transformers, Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe toy section. Again, a lot of empty pegs, so either it's very popular or, you know, they just might not have restocked in a while. It was cool to see some Ghostbusters and Aliens. Seems like Kenner has had a renaissance in some of their 90s toys lately.
What is it?
It's a Telstar Colortron.
I wanna do it.
You can. Want to get a Lancer like Diddy?
I wanna play that.
Here we are in the second Target, and now this is stuff that I'm just not seeing in Canada, and if it is showing up, it's definitely not in Quebec, not yet. So this is the Masters of the Universe Revelations. Let me know what you thought about that down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. I was, pretty happy with it. A few things, I wish there was more He-Man in it. There was also the Giant Battle Cat, and again, different Transformers on the shelf. Target in the States is amazing. We had one for a little while in Canada. It went belly up, but Target is probably one of my favorite stores when I go to the States. And then the next day, this is Everything Under the Sun, our second indoor flea market. You may remember some of the footage because this was from our last flea market adventures in the States, essentially 2 years ago. And this place has a great turnover rate in terms of toys and video games. They do books and jewelry and all the other indoor flea market stuff, but these two rooms are the ones that I want to concentrate on. And the guy's super friendly, the dude that owns the place. He actually remembered me as soon as I walked there. He's like, "Hey, you're back!" So I chatted him up a bit. He had some Transformers under the table that he showed me, which was awesome, and I picked up a few of those. The prices of the video games have gone up a little bit. The last time I was in here, they were $5 a piece. Sorry about my mispronunciation. Now they are $6.50 each. Anyone recognize this guy? I think it's from the Silverhawks, but again, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. They wanted $30 for it though, so I had to leave that on the table. If it was $5, $10, I probably would have picked it up. This is one of those stores where you have to dedicate a couple of minutes, like a good half hour to an hour. You can't just walk in, scan, and leave. You have to dig through boxes. You have to look at every shelf. Here's something else that I left on the shelf I should have taken. It was $26 for this Unicron, and it's in a lot better condition than the one that I have. That's probably going to be the one that I'm going to kick myself for and hope that it's there for when I come back. The Transformers display has gotten exponentially larger since the last time I was here. The last time I was here it was 2 boxes. Now it's actually got a few dedicated shelves. The wrestlers moved over a bit as well. $5 a pop. If you dig, you can find a few LJN characters, but it's mostly like 99 and newer. Few UFC guys, broken toys. I do spend a little bit of time here at the Transformers section. I do love to collect Transformers. Surprise, surprise, if this is your first time watching the show, I have a fairly large size Transformers collection. See, that's the thing about going back over your footage. Here's another one I meant to pick up, and I just, for some reason, put him back down to keep looking, and I forgot him, so hopefully he's still there in about a month when I head back. Lot of different toys in this room. Marvel, Kiss, Star Wars. There's additional video game accessories and controllers in the back. A lot of movie memorabilia, DVDs. There's a bunch of box sets. I was actually looking for the box set of Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. It's recently come back on A&E, and Dallas and I have been watching it, so we wanted to start from the beginning. They got Hot Wheels. Just looking, I come back to the Transformers obviously, but Marvel, DC, it's a really good solid 2 toy rooms. Obviously Ninja Turtles. In hindsight, I probably would have picked up a few of those if they were cheap, just to fill out my turtle shelf as well. I don't know, I'm starting to dig those Nickelodeons. They really hold up to playability. I know my daughter likes to take them in the pool and put them in the sandbox. This is what I was alluding to, all the extra controllers. The prices on those they've gone up as well as like the video games. Some Lego stuff, again, movie tie-ins, A Christmas Story. And then this one caught my eye. This is the Spider-Man Holiday Special, where you get Spider-Man and Mary Jane. and they are with Santa hat and present. It says it's limited edition. I think it was like $15. I wound up leaving it on the shelf. Now, this is the box of Transformers that the owner was telling me about. He says a bunch of stuff just came in, hasn't been priced yet. Let me know if you want to take them home. So I went through everything. I said, you know what, give me the whole box. We cut a deal. For him, small Transformers are $3.99, medium are $7.99, and then the large are, I think, $12. And there's a weird discrepancy between the sizes, so I pretty much always ask him, you know, like, ask him, get the price changed, bundled, put everything together. So I got all these Transformers for $60 American, which I thought was a very fair price. And these were all Combiner Wars. So I grabbed all these guys with the hopes of Frankensteining together another giant combiner with Elita 1 being the body. But we'll see how well that turns out in a bit. The cool samurai wheeljack, a hoist. It was a good box. Good place to go check out. Second time around thrift shop. Let's see if they got anything in here. Well, between this place and the thrift shop across the street, they had a lot of video games, but guys, surprise, surprise, I couldn't buy any video games. Everything's so high priced, at least for this trip. You know, like, I do want to pick up video games. I know this is still a video game channel, but I collect toys too, and if the toys are cheaper and they're stuff that I need, I'm not going to overspend on a video game. Here is a brand new store in the mall, or attached to the mall, that just opened, called Ollie's, and they have a surplus of bargain bin items. You know, everything that's clearance, bankruptcy store, so they get a good amalgamation of all kinds of different things. So there's a lot of comics, books, graphic novels, hardcovers. They had a toy section, they had furniture, they had electronics and appliances, cosmetics. So here I am just going through the toy section. I saw that War for Cybertron spoiler box. This was kind of cool to see, the Lego Dimensions. This is for the PS3. I heard that this still has a huge cult following. Would have been nice if it was on PS4 or Xbox One, though. And then, the day after we get home, we had to run out to Walmart. You know, milk, bread, sugar, it's the closest place on a weekend. And I found a slag, or slug, on the shelf in our local Walmart, along with a few of the OG Beast Wars in their blister packs. These are awesome. Look forward to that video, because I am going to do an unboxing. And that is all the hunting that we've done. Now for the end portion of the video, all of the pickups. I'm going to try and show you everything that I picked up in the last 2 weeks, including the stuff from the trip. Now, let me know down in the comments if you would like to see the names and what I paid for these figures again. I'm leaving that out this time. It is a fair bit of extra work. It's a lot of copy-paste, typing in. So, you know, just let me know what you think. So we'll go through these quickly. I picked up a Studio Series Slug, the Beast Wars Megatron, a Ghostbusters Ecto 1 from the new toy line, and I actually did an unboxing. If you'd like to see that, the link will be down in the description. Hordak from the Masters of the Universe, as well as the spoiler box, which has Ultra Magnus in it for War for Cybertron. I picked up the Masters of the Universe Mega Constructs, and I picked up the Maximal T-Rex, which is essentially a repaint of the Megatron, but looks very cool in red. I actually found this burnt Jack Skellington, Santa Jack, in a Walgreens, which I thought was pretty good. I spent $12 on that. A couple of Asteroid-style Atari books. They look like an Atari game, but they're actually a journal. These are the world's coolest and world's smallest. This is an Atari 2600 joystick, along with the action micro figures from the world's smallest toys. This is Masters of the Universe Battle Cat. Next to the Masters of the Universe Revelation Battle Cat, this guy is huge. I'm going to do an unboxing of him as well. Rise of Evil. I remember when people were going crazy to pick this up when it was first released. Now it's shelf fodder. On clearance for $10. Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Comes with Spike Witwicky. Gonna open him up soon as well. Here is the miniature Bumblebee. I picked up a few of these. They were about $8 and they looked so cool I just had to get them. Here's the Optimus Prime. I know the pictures don't do them justice, but these things are tiny. Not much bigger than your thumb. Teela from Masters of the Universe. the Star of Revelation now, whether you like it or not. Here's good old He-Man. And it says that they have points of articulation and weapons. I'm still on the fence if I want to actually open them up because they look pretty cool, you know, on the card in the case. There was your Skeletor. The Mega Constructs He-Man versus Beastman. Very cool looking. They were only $3, so I actually picked up 3 of them. One for me, one to flip, and one to give away to somebody on the channel. So let me know if you want that down in the comments. Star Wars Episode 1 C-3PO without his coverings. Yoda, this is from Power of the Force. Again, these are only like $6-7 to pick up, so I have to pick them up all the time. I love putting them on the wall. They're easy to flip. People like to pick them up. I use them for trades. There's a Luke Skywalker. This is the C-3PO from Power of the Force. Found another Ghostbuster. I found Winston, which is very cool. So now I have Winston and Peter. I'm going to keep looking for them as I can. I got 2 Voltron cats, the 2 arms, so I'm just missing the yellow leg, and I'm there for my Voltron. Picked up Hoist from that indoor flea market, along with the Samurai Wheeljack, which looks very cool with his swords. Some more Transformers. This is I'm guessing first gen Beast War, but I don't know which character. He's a black and green iguana, so if you can help me out in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. A couple of those pullback mini Transformers, G1, G2 era. I love those. This is cool. It kind of looks like a PlayStation controller, but it changes into an Autobot, along with this stopwatch, which changes into a Decepticon. Found one of the G1 Stunticons. I'm at a loss for what his name is. Again, if you know, put it down in the comments. I always appreciate it. This is a knockoff Sludge? Snarl? Snarl, right? I thought it looked cool. This is a laser beak. I don't know what kind of disc it's from, but I guess they were trying to revamp it because nobody uses cassettes anymore. You got your random GoBot on the go. I love collecting GoBots, guys. It's no secret here. Another of the mini-cons, a genuine G1. I know I come across a lot of the reissues lately. Some Happy Meal toys from 1988. They transform. Picked up 2 Rock Lords from my buddy Telly. He sold these to me. He picked them up on a Saturday, and I bought them off him on a Sunday. I paid retail for them. I paid 20 bucks a pop, but you know, they look cool on the shelves, and I haven't had Rock Lords since I was a little kid. This is all of the combiners that I picked up. They made that Frankenstein, but I love those crazy creations. This is from that Ollie's store. It was the hardcover Superman Doomsday. There's all the Transformers, not in the Frankenstein combiner. Found the Little Kingdom Soundwave. This thing is amazing. I can't believe how good it is for the size. Again, that's what she said. Here's Rat Trap in his blister pack for Beast Wars. I have to find another one. It looks too good to open. Yes, I'm going to be that guy this time. Along with Cheetor. I can't open them. I'm going to put them on my wall or my shelf. If I can find a second one, I'll buy it and then open it. I guess I have to be that guy. It looks too good and I don't want to ruin the packaging. Well, that's everything I picked up, guys, for the last couple of weeks. Our trip to the States, another flea market adventures. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Comment down below what you thought was cool that I picked up.